Hey guys, today I'm going to be doing an iPad 2 screen replacement. So as you can see, the screen is really cracked. So I have all my tools ready. I have the new screen that we're going to use as well. And we're going to get started. So get your materials, get the new screen, and let's go. So first we're going to start by removing 4 screws in the top right, top left, bottom right, and bottom left corners of the iPad. So we're removing these screws so that way we can take the LCD off, because underneath the LCD are the ribbon cables that connect to the digitizer. So in order for us to remove the screen, we need to lift up the LCD and do it that way. So this is the last screw right here. So now we're going to lift up the LCD, and as you can see under there's an LCD ribbon cable right there. It has a little bracket around it, so you're gonna have to push it up in order to remove it. So I've already removed the screen from the iPad, but I wanted to show you guys how to do it. So you're going to pull out that ribbon cable right there from the side. Now my ribbon cable is already damaged, but it doesn't really matter because we're going to be putting on a new screen anyway. So as you can see, the shattered glass is off. So now we're going to put on the new screen. So here's my new screen. So in order to put the screen on, we're going to take that ribbon cable that I showed you earlier. We're going to gently push it back in place. So you want to push it up to the dotted line. Make sure not to tear or rip anything, because the digitizer might not work if that happens. So it takes a little bit of effort to really get the ribbon cable in there, and you really have to like push and be gentle with it as to make sure not to break anything. So next we're going to put on the LCD, which goes on top, and we're going to reattach that little bracket cable thing. So we're going to put it back in place, and we're going to latch it down. We're going to put the bracket back down over it. So I just got the bracket in. So now we're going to test out the screen and make sure everything works. So the touch screen works. So now we're going to just have to make sure we put everything in place. So slight warning though, the touchscreen might not work unless it is completely flat on the iPad base. And the home button won't work either until it is placed completely down. So you're gonna have to really press hard to get everything to stick. So I'm going to go back, I'm going to realign the LCD, make sure all the screw holes are lined up, so that way I can go through and screw it back in and reattach everything. So I just got everything all lined up. So now we're going to take those 4 screws earlier and just put them back in place. It doesn't matter which screw you put where, because they're all the same size. So we're just going to go back, we're going to re-screw in the LCD, and then after that we're going to just place the digitizer down and we're going to be finished. So I just put all the screws back into place, and now I'm going to clean off the LCD with the microfiber cloth that came in the kit, and I'm going to make sure I get all the dust, debris, and dirt off of the screen, because you don't want that interfering with anything when you put the iPad back together. So make sure you clean it really well, and great. So now that everything is in place, everything is clean, we're going to remove the back off of the new screen. And then we're going to try to place it down, and we're going to try to make sure it's flush with everything and that everything works again, just to be sure. So now you're going to want to take whatever adhesive you have, whatever adhesive you've bought, and you're going to want to put it around the outer edges of the iPad screen. That way you can make sure everything will stick. So I just finished putting everything together. I got a new case for the iPad as well, and it's great.